Hey everyone, welcome to IJustWatched. It's your boy Joseph. We're about to talk WandaVision episode 4. It was interesting. It was interesting to say the least. I really liked the jump, or the jump out of the show for a second, just to kind of catch us up. It's something I definitely expected, but before I get going, I almost did there. I gotta hit you with the usual, which is hopefully you like this video, because you like it enough to hit that like button, click the subscribe to stay tuned to see more of our shenanigans, hit the little bell to get notified when those shenanigans get released. Now that that's out the way, let's talk WandaVision episode 4. A lot goes down. We get a lot of answers, and even more so, we get a lot of questions. But episode 4, just the opening to, they call it the blip, but the unsnapping basically, when everyone comes back and you see Monica Rambeau, aka she's gonna be Photon, come back in the hospital, and you see all these people just coming back out of it, getting undusted, and like just the chaoticness of it. I thought that was beautiful as well. I remember just sitting there like, what the hell is going on? What? Oh, she just and then like she's running around. I was like, oh, her mom's probably dead. She's dead. Oh, I was like, damn. I was like, oh, okay, this is a sad turn. And then we jump to Sword, which is fully established. I mean, we know, like, it was mentioned in Thor. I don't remember Homeboy's name, by Doctor. He was like, I'll call my friends in Sword, when they were snatching his stuff and they didn't care. It's interesting to see just how well established it is. You know, its headquarters, how it's running. We get to meet the acting director, Hayward. We all know there's something wrong with him. Like, there's something iffy. I don't think he's Mephisto. I think Mephisto, I can see Mephisto be like an outside source, or maybe more so I feel like Mephisto, because the bad guy is going to be Mephisto. If he's not Mephisto, I'm going to feel like an idiot. But I want to say Mephisto's actually in Westview, kind of enjoying the show in a sense. And if the acting director is a bad guy, I think he is a bad guy, but I think if he's like a hidden bad guy, as in like some monster, demon lord, person, creature thing, I would maybe say Nightmare, in a sense, where they're trying to infiltrate on both fronts, or they go, Winter Soldier with it, and he's some Hydra folk. So we know it's coming back in full effect, little by little. I hope that it's not as simple as him being just some random, Hydra bad guy, like they did there, just because like it's too much of a copy and paste. If he does turn out to be like, instead of just being kind of this off dude who turns out to be good, if he's off dude who turns out to be bad, I'd prefer to him to be like Nightmare in disguise or something like that. Maybe Mephisto, something like that. I would prefer. I'd rather him be off and be a bad guy in something else later, versus now and it just turns out to be something like that. We get Jimmy Woo back, who's hilarious when he does a magic trick for the card. I mean, that's just a small detail payoff for Ant-Man and the Wasp. Like, Homeboy was doing that, the close-up magic. I mean, he graduated his magic school online and stuff like that. Little things like that were hilarious. It was super dope to see Darcy come back. I mean, we knew that she was going to come back, but just, actually seeing it. Her and Wu are like the main reason that they're able to connect with Wanda. She's the main reason they have have an understanding, or at the very least can see what's going on with Wanda. And I keep hearing people talk about how everyone in Westview is an actor, as in like for Sword or whatever, to try to get as much intel on Wanda as they can. I think that's interesting. My only thing is, like, I want to agree with it, partially, because I feel like most people there don't really know what's going on. Because, I mean, look at it, like, Monica, sorry, I couldn't think of her name. When Monica, walks in, she forgets who she was for a minute. She didn't have an understanding of who she was until that one moment where she's like, Pietro, Ultron, like, it started to hit, where, like, her neighbor, who's shady, we know she's going to be something or someone. She definitely knows. But then you have the other dude, his neighbor, who's, instead of cutting the hedges, started cutting into the brick. He's also, I guess, has that self-awareness to the situation, but I feel like not everyone does. So it's like hit or miss. Maybe most of them are, but I feel like if you like what happened with Monica, like as soon as you walk in type thing, Wanda and whoever is on top of that, forcing the containment of it, almost playing to her craziness, is like you're erasing your memory, like you're just falling into that situation. Like the beekeeper dude, when he walked in, it turned to a jump rope, you know? So, in that essence, I think I like that idea. I think it'd be cool to see, but I feel like it's a weird yes and no situation. Dude, I really thought Vision was like this mental representation that she had created. But after seeing this episode, I take it back. I feel like she is just puppeteering his dead body, which is so much worse. When we see the glimpse, you see like the crushed head, and he's just like gray, like just dead. I was like, oh, she's just putting like color and life and movement to this dead body and having it move around. Like when I saw that, I was like, oh, damn, that's wild. That's some savage, cold-blooded stuff, Wanda. Like, I knew you dove off the deep end, but I just didn't realize how deep this water went, all right? I gotta stick to my guns. My gut feeling tells me it's something she started, but some outside source just added onto it. I mean, it has to be Mephisto. Let me rephrase. Mephisto has to be involved somehow. You got the twins. She uses, the twins are created through him, with him, and stuff like that. Like, it has to be him. He has to be involved somehow. We know Nightmare is in Doctor Strange 2, and we know that Doctor Strange is going to be pretty much in the end of this show. Like, he's going to show up because she's going to be in his movie, and they're connected. So that means Nightmare's probably involved in this as well. And probably a bunch of other characters that we don't even realize yet because we're focused on these other ones, you know? I really love this show. Like, it's interesting to see. I like the way they're connecting the dots. It's little things, like the hexagonal shape that you're starting to see in more places. They're kind of setting it up to where, like, the director can kind of be a bad guy. The mailman and Agnes came off weird. Wanda's partially at fault for this. She's partially a bad guy in a sense, too. I'm excited to see where this goes. Friday, we get another episode 5. And I think episode 5 is going to almost take us back to, like, they're going to tell us nothing and just start going again. And it's going to be like, what the hell? Like, you're going to keep connecting dots. But for every question that was answered in this crazy-ass episode, they're going to add, like, another 30, 40, 50,000 in the next episode. Also, I expected an episode like this, you know, where they catch us up with all the outside sources with S.W.O.R.D. and, you know, their efforts and, like, how everything's coming together. I just did not expect it this soon. The reason I say that is because that just kind of tells me that there's going to be so much, like, craziness to come in the next few episodes. Like, a whole nother level. Because if they were to catch us, like, they wanted to catch us up and introduce these characters and give us an understanding of what's going on with Monica, Jimmy, S.W.O.R.D., and Darcy and all this, like, in that moment, like, boom, like that. That means there's going to be so much to come that this is going to be a blimp of just like how crazy this show can really get. And then lastly, I was watching with Eric, and we were both like, when we saw Darcy, I was like, she's a doctor now. And then they're like, Miss Lewis, she's like, it's doctor. And we were both like, yeah, respect on it, dog. But now I want to hear your thoughts, comments, questions, concerns, theories, requests down below in the comment section. I'm excited to see where this goes. I need it. I know it's week to week, but I need it. I'm Jones in here. I'm like all in. Excited to see Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Excited to see Loki. Excited for She-Hulk. Honestly, just how much I'm enjoying this, it's making me even more excited for shows that they're creating that I wasn't too excited for, like Miss Marvel. Like, I have nothing against that character, like the new Kamala Khan character, the stretchy one. I have nothing against her, but it's just, I like Miss Marvel, you know, with the sash and the thing, and she's powerful as fuck. But I kind of want to see that now, because I know she's going to be in Captain Marvel 2, and then I think Photon's going to be in there too, like, as well. So it's just like, now I'm kind of like just a little bit more like, because I was going to watch them no matter what, but I wasn't like excited. Now I'm kind of like, oh. When you first started watching the MCU and you start seeing little things connect movie to movie, you're just like, oh, it's building, it's growing, there's little things here and there. I'm kind of re-getting that feeling like all over again. So it's amazing, it's dope. I'm super excited. Of course, there's little things in this one. I point at it like it's on. In this episode, like one that I read online, and I'm full 100% in, is when he's talking about how astronauts were in space that were lost and they're back because of the blip. Fantastic Four. I agree. I mean, it's easy and simple way to bring them in. Like, have that be, you know, like the blimp can bring in mutants, like we've talked about before. You can easily bring in the Fantastic Four in that sense, where they came wherever when they were blipped. when they came back into the middle of this situation that gave them these cosmic powers. And Mr. Fantastic has his powers. Invisible Woman has her powers. Human Torch has his. The Thing is now the Thing. And, you know, but that being said, I'm all in. I'm enjoying the show. Are you? Down below, let us know. Next episode, after I watch it, episode 5, I'm going to have a bigger, more detailed telling of my theory for this show. I'm hella excited. Want to see if you guys agree or disagree. Your thoughts down below, of course, like always. But we love you. Stay safe and be well. Adios.